What's up, everybody? The Orange Diamond here, and, hang on. What's this? This isn't the music I ordered. Editor, turn this crap off. Bring back the Sonic and Sega Allstars Racing shopping music. There we go, that's better. Anyways, as I was saying, Sonic Racing Crossworlds is less than a month away. And with the Open Network test starting this weekend as the time recording this, I figured now would be a good time to talk about the game's roster. Talking about characters I want, talking about who I think could get in, and maybe even suggest ideas for a Season Pass too. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's start with the more exciting topic, the Season Pass characters. Now going to the official website to the Season Pass section, we can see 8 open slots. We already know 4 of those slots are going to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We know another slot is going to Aang, and come on, we all know another slot is going to Batman. It has to be Batman. I would be shocked if it's not Batman. The new LEGO Batman game is coming out. It has to be Batman. Although I'm pretty sure it's just going to be normal Batman and not LEGO Batman, because they had to make a deal with both DC and LEGO. And it's safe to assume they'd probably make a deal with only DC and not LEGO. So I think it's going to be normal Batman. I don't think it's going to be LEGO Batman. It can't be LEGO Batman. Right? Right? And with 6 slots filled, that just leaves 2 slots unaccounted for. However, looking at the Season Pass, there's only 1 slot left that's not taken up. So I think the last 2 slots are going to be filled with Avatar and DC. It could be 3 DCs and 1 Avatar, or 3 Avatars and 1 DC. But I think the safest bet is that it's just going to be an even 50-50 with Avatar and DC. As for who I think are going to take up these slots, starting with Avatar, I mean obviously of course one of them is going to be Aang. As for the other, I have mentioned in previous videos how one of my most wanted characters in this game is Katara. Now, while I really wish Katara was the other Avatar character, I think it's most likely probably going to be Korra or Zuko. As for the other 2 slots, I'm still convinced one of them is going to be Batman, but as for the other, I'm not sure. It could be Robin, it could be Batgirl, it could be Joker, it could be Superman, it could be Wonder Woman, heck, it could even be The Flash. And again, I know it's not confirmed to be DC yet, but I mean, come on, it has to be DC. Given the Sonic and DC crossover, Warner Brothers not having their own kart racer, the Batmobile is one of the most popular vehicles in pop culture, so why wouldn't Sega want to try and get it? And Warner Bros. Has been letting their characters into other crossover games now. So yeah, I think the last spot is going to be DC. Now, scrolling down on the website, we go to the free post-launch characters. And here we have 10 open slots. And we all know these slots are going to be for more default Sega characters. As for who though, to be honest, I'm not too fully sure. One thing I do hope is that at least 2 of those slots are going to be saved for Knights and BD Joe. Those are the 2 Sega characters I need the most, and I really hope they'll take 2 of those slots. Plus, BD Joe is from Crazy Taxi, a game where you drive a taxi, and I think it would be insane if they didn't add the taxi from the game. In fact, I'd say it'd be, dare I say, crazy.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So yeah, I really hope that 2 of those slots can be taken up by Knights and BD Joe. As for the other 8 slots, honestly, I just want them to give us as many Sega characters as they possibly can. Ai, Amigo, Beat, Ulala, Errol from Puyo Puyo Tetris. Maybe Joe Musashi, he has a new game coming out. I have a friend who really likes Elizabeth from Persona 3, so maybe her. And heck, I could probably see them giving one of those slots to the Angry Birds. But yeah, please give us as much Sega characters as you can. I really love the Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing games. And it really sucked when the 3rd game just cut out all the Sega stuff and was just nothing but Sonic. And I'll take as much Sega as I can get. And that covers all the missing character slots. But another thing I want to talk about is what if this game actually does well and maybe even warrants a Season Pass too. And maybe even some more post-launch characters. However, before we do that, I do want to discuss maybe some more Sonic characters they could add to the game that I would like. The Sonic lineup for the roster is amazing, and the best we have ever gotten. But there are still some characters I would really love if we could get. Of course, I mentioned in previous videos that Tikal is my most wanted Sonic character, so I'd like if she could get in. I'd also love to see Gamma, Chaos, Mephiles, Trip, maybe even Mecha-Sonic from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and there are so many other great options. And while I personally don't want them, I know they're probably going to add some IDW characters. Now, I would suggest the movie version of the characters, However, that now seems unlikely. If they did a wave 2 of post-launch characters, maybe along with more Sega characters, we can get more characters from the franchises from the Season 1 pass. Like maybe some more SpongeBob characters, maybe some more Avatar characters, maybe even the Shredder. As for a potential Season Pass 2, I don't have too many ideas, but I do have a few I'd like to suggest. Start off with Nickelodeon, maybe they can add Garfield to the game. I know he has his own kart racer, but he has a crossover with Sonic in the past, so it would fit. While probably not likely, another one I would personally like is maybe Fairly OddParents. Since Fairly OddParents is up there with SpongeBob and Avatar as my favorite Nickelodeon franchises, it would be really cool if we could see Fairly OddParents in the game. Maybe Cosmo and Wanda can turn into Timmy's car or Extreme Gear. They could give Timmy the time scooter, or maybe just Timmy as a car like in that one episode. Again, I know this is unlikely, but it would be something that I think would be pretty cool. What about Mega Man? I think Mega Man would fit perfectly in this game. Maybe you can have Rush as his Extreme Gear. And for other characters that could join him, you could have Proto Man, you could have Bass. And if possible, I really love Mega Man X and maybe even Zero. And finally, one of the most obvious is probably going to be Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. I know they both have Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, but for now at the moment, since we don't have a sequel confirmed yet, I'm just going to leave them as my predictions for a Sonic Racing Crossworlds Season Pass 2. And I think I'll just leave it at that. So that's the video. Thank you all for watching. If you liked it, I'd appreciate a like. If you didn't, well, that's what the dislike button is for. If you want to see more videos like this, you could subscribe. You don't have to, but you could. Anyways, see y'all next time. Peace.